Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for joining me this week. So this week I'm going to be talking about Magic School AI again. I released a video last year just introducing this wonderful tool, and today I wanted to go into a little bit more detail about how valuable this tool can be and the potential that it can have to transform pedagogy and education if used correctly. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts about how to use Magic School AI in a way that can transform your pedagogy, then please keep on watching. You can see that I have a subscription now. This is probably one of the few tools, digital tools, that I subscribe to. That's besides Canva Pro. So Canva Pro is still my number one digital tool, and it's a one-stop shop that helps me to do anything, design anything, create anything. And I know that the top designers in the world have actually shared their templates with us for us to be able to use. Now, the second tool that I subscribe to is Magic School Plus. And you can see I have the Plus subscription here. So I'm just going to make myself smaller and move myself out of the way. So you can see that once you have the Plus subscription to Magic School AI, there are a lot of different tools and there's a huge menu. Now, I know that at the moment it looks like actually it's not even alphabetical. I think it's trying to be alphabetical. Yeah, they've listed it alphabetically. No, not really. But I hope that this is categorized and reorganized so that it's a little bit easier to navigate. That's one suggestion I have. I thought it was actually alphabetical, but it's not, because I can see multiple choice up here. And then I've got other tools that begin with A, accommodation suggestions down here. Now, I mentioned that this is a great tool to transform pedagogy, but you could also use this tool really badly. And I'll give you an example. So here we've got multiple choice assessments, which basically don't require very much thinking. If you give your students 100 multiple choice questions and then you give them a score out of 100 for their responses, that doesn't really tell students very much in terms of their achievement, their learning, and where they are. And so I don't really like to use multiple choice assessments. I might use a multiple choice question, which I call a concept test. And that might be one carefully worded multiple choice question where the actual answers to the question are very carefully constructed that require a lot of discussion and unpacking. So students are encouraged to discuss and unpack those answers and then give justifications. So I wouldn't use the multiple choice assessment as giving our students 100 questions each. Okay, the other way that you could actually use this tool really badly is just to give it an instruction or look at the exemplars and not edit and improve. Like every AI digital tool, we need to read it, we need to edit it, we need to check for facts, we need to use our critical eye to modify and improve the actual response that the AI generator gives us. I just wanted to go through some of the new functionalities that you get in Magic School Plus, which is this huge menu. I'm really hoping, again, they're going to categorize these because it's very difficult to kind of navigate this. So I can see that there are some filters at the top: planning, content, questions, intellectual prep, student support, communication, community tools. I'm hoping that that's going to be a little bit clearer in what that means, especially intellectual prep. I suppose if we click on that, what is that? Sentence starters, assignment, scaffolding, conceptual understanding. Okay, I'm pretty interested in conceptual understanding. Let's have a look at this one. Okay, let's have a look at this one. And I always just have a look at the exemplar first so that I can actually see an example. So this is 5th grade. We're looking at equivalent fractions. How can I help students that fraction? Okay, I think there's a typo here. How can I help? How can I hope students that fractions that look completely different can actually be equal? How can I? That doesn't make sense. So, okay, this is the exemplar. How can I hope students? I think that doesn't make sense, but I kind of know what they mean. And let's just scroll down to see. So we've got fraction strips, and I think that fraction strips are a great visual tool to demonstrate equivalent fractions, have students compare them, look at manipulatives, physical fraction manipulatives, and then real life situations. And then it's got instructions on how can I make fraction strips. This is not too bad. Some great ideas here about how to develop conceptual understanding. Okay, let's go back to the main menu. Okay, back to the main menu. Now, I was really interested in exemplar and non-exemplar. This is like a concept attainment activity where you show students an exemplar, an example of the concept, and then the non-exemplar is the non-example of the concept. Okay, so let's see what the exemplar is here for exemplar and non-example. So 9th grade, we're looking at a paragraph with 3 supporting pieces of evidence from a text. Okay, analyze the major theme of the story. Give me 3 supporting pieces from the text that supports your analysis. Okay, so here's an exemplary response. I'll give you a chance to read that. And then we can see there's a non-exemplary response. And so it's good for students to actually see the exemplary and the non-exemplary. Okay, all right, that's not too bad either. Let's go back to the main menu. Okay, 2 more I'm going to show you. Last time I showed you rubric generator, the unit plan generator. So let's have a look at the unit plan generator. Again, I'm going to put in the exemplar just to see what it is. And then we're looking at 15 school days of classic Japanese history. And then it gives us an overview, some assessments like a map activity. I like how that's a performance-based learning experience and not just an answer question test. Lesson 2, the assessment's a class discussion. Great, another performance-based learning experience. Lesson 3, a graphic organizer. And then lesson 4 is a written response about the cultural exchange with China and Korea. And then we have a presentation. So this is really nice. It's got the standards here. So I think the unit plan generator is a really good tool to help you get some ideas to plan your unit. Let's go back to the main menu and let's look at the last menu choice that I'm really interested in. Okay, so I saw that this UDL popped up. I do want to show you the 5E model lesson plan as well, actually. I like to use the 5E model lesson plan for all subjects. It was born from the science classroom, and so when you press on exemplar, it will give you an example from the science classroom, but I think you could use the 5E model lesson plan for any subject area. This one's looking at a topic in biology here, and the 5E model lesson plan is an inquiry-based learning plan that a lot of the time are built into HyperDocs. And I'll put a link to the HyperDocs website below. When you look at the examples of the HyperDocs, you'll see many of the examples using 5E model lesson plan. Okay, let's go back to the main menu and look at the last thing, I promise. Okay, so we're going to look at the UDL because I thought that that was really good to include here. And it's the choice board. So we're looking at the choice board for UDL, looking at the 3 brain networks and removing barriers from learning for students. So let's have a look at an exemplar here. I love how you can just look at an exemplar first. So we're looking at the phases of mitosis, and here is your choice board that follows those UDL principles. So you could have a comic strip, a song, rap, model, creation, timeline, mnemonic device, quiz creation, etc. And here you can either copy, save, or you can export it. So I love how an automatic choice board is actually generated for you based on your learning goals, based on any details and the grade level that you want to input. So Magic School AI, you have done a fantastic job. I think you really are pioneers in the market. I actually have a subscription and I will be sharing a lot of different resources and tools from this beautiful menu with my school partnerships. And it's really going to save us a lot of time if we use the tool in a way that will actually transform our pedagogy. We still have to edit, we still have to read it, we still have to critically think and improve and modify the responses that we get, but it's going to save us a lot of time because we're not going to start with a blank piece of paper. So thank you, Magic School. And thank you, everyone, for joining me this week. And I hope to see you next time.